A beautiful woman was found murdered in her rental apartment, and the way she died was identical to the victims from an unsolved serial murder case 6 years ago. As a cop, I rushed to the crime scene immediately, but after we searched the entire place, we couldn't find a single trace of the motherfucking killer. That's when I noticed an abandoned building across the street, so I walked over there. The room was pitch dark. I sat in a chair, staring straight at the crime scene across the way. The serial murders from 6 years ago suddenly flooded back into my mind. The killer used the exact same method. Even the position of the victim was disturbingly similar. I was certain this murder was the work of that motherfucking serial killer. After everyone else left, I went back to the crime scene alone. Just as I was checking the refrigerator, the landlord suddenly walked in. She told me the victim had hired a repairman named Jack to fix the fridge a few days ago, so I quickly asked her for the address of the repair shop. The next day, I went to the shop looking for Jack, but the owner told me Jack had already quit, so I asked the owner for Jack's home address. As I was leaving, I casually called out Jack's name on purpose.
Assalamu alaikum.
3 days later, another female body was found by the river. The motherfucking killer had struck twice in 1 week. This was obviously a direct challenge to me. My partner and I went to a bar to go over the case.
Got 6 now. 1, Julie Brock, never left home. 3 from North County, bodies dumped here. 2 from here, bodies dumped in North County.
Who said busing doesn't work?
So I got a question, why?
Why what?
First, geography.
Guy's a shark. If he stops, he dies. He likes to drive. Probably has a decent car, maybe 2, high mileage.
I drove to Jack's neighborhood using the address the shop owner gave me. I noticed a car parked outside his building. After taking a closer look, I saw the odometer had crazy high mileage. But right at that moment, Jack suddenly appeared behind me.
Can I help you?
Got a lot of miles on it. You a salesman?
No.
How's the trunk space?
Standard.
I never expected this guy to be so calm, based on my experience. He was very likely the serial killer I'd been hunting all along. The next day, I started tailing him in secret. I watched him head to a bar early in the day. He didn't come out until late at night. I immediately followed him in my car, but I didn't notice anything unusual about his behavior. The next day, I kept tailing him, but then I noticed he had pulled over to the side of the road. To avoid raising his suspicion, I had no choice but to keep driving. Then I parked on the side of the road and waited for Jack, but after a long time, he still didn't show up, so I quickly backed up my car. But when I got back to where Jack had parked, I realized he had already moved his car to the opposite lane. I instantly started to panic. I never expected this motherfucker had already figured out I was following him. With no other choice, I had to loop around to get to the opposite lane, but he had vanished again. Turns out while I was making that loop, he had already driven his car to the exact spot where I'd